Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Lacey, the Chief Teaching Unicorn at Rebel Unicorn Crafts, and this week I'm revisiting a paint that I used to use all the time and I really liked. I'm not even sure why I stopped using it, but let's re-explore Anita's acrylic craft paint, which is made by Rustoleum, and all of the reasons why, spoiler alert, I still love it. I've been trying to reuse a lot of old canvases and things. This is actually a wood board I have that I've primed, so I've set it on those little pyramid painting things to elevate it. And my plan is to do a negative space heavy directional pour with a dirty cup. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to really block out some big areas of black because I want this to only be super vibrant right in the middle. While I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of reminisce about the things that I liked about Anita's paint. It's smooth, it's easy to thin. I always find I get a really good consistency with it. There's not a lot of questioning it. It doesn't seem to crack once it dries, and when it dries, it's almost as vibrant as when it's wet, which is very unique for craft paint. Usually it's so much more matted and it really mutes the colors. The other thing is that I have not needed to add silicone to any of my Anita's things to get just fabulous cells that happen without trying. So I get the black areas completely blocked out, and then I wanted a little bit more of a buffer. I'm going for kind of a little more monochromatic than I typically do, more teals and blues and whites, but I'm actually going to make a dirty cup with those. And I'm also going to add a second buffer right next to the blacks of some white because I want it to stand out extra from the black. Then we're going to go ahead and make our dirty cup. And I'm alternating between black, two different blues, a light blue and a really dark blue, a bright teal, and some white. Did I add white in there? Yeah, I think I added a little white in there. So we'll go ahead and do this just kind of a traditional dirty cup method before we actually do the pour part of this. And now it's time to pour this dirty cup. I'm just going to pour it straight across the canvas and then come back and fill in the gaps. And I'm doing this in a directional way because I want there to be streaks. But I am pausing in certain areas to deposit more paint and wider strips in certain areas. And now, it's time to move this around. You can see right away just a ton of the teal bubbles popping up through the really dark colors on the right, and I already really love this. I just think already it looks so neat. And the more and more I play with this, the better it seems to get. I really do like the Anita's paints. While I finish stretching this, I'll tell you a couple of the bad things about Anita's. One is it's not the cheapest on the market. It's not super expensive, but it is a step up from some of the more basic options. But I think the biggest problem is that it's not widely available. The only place I have found it, online or anywhere, is at Hobby Lobby. It's not really online. I did find it on Amazon, but it was from an independent seller and they were selling it for way more than it was actually being sold for in store. Either way, I absolutely love how this has turned out. I love the big river of the vibrant blues, but it's kind of a little bit more monochromatic because I worked in a smaller color scale. We're gonna go ahead and hit this with the torch just to see if we can get any extra, even though, I mean, look at all of those cells on the right side. And here's the dried version. Now, I obviously didn't have this completely level, so it did go off to one side, which I really wish it would have kept more of that padding. That's what I really liked, but it did stretch those cells, and it looks super neat, and I think I got a really cool little skin that I might be able to do something with from it. So overall, I'm still just as happy as I used to be with Anita's paint. I recommend you try it if you can get your hands on some of it. If you have any questions or suggestions for other testing videos for fluid painting, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. If you're local to Northern Colorado and would like to take a class, visit rebelunicorncrafts.com to see my class listings. If you'd just like to see what I'm up to, visit my Instagram at rebelunicorncrafts, or if you'd like to see my art, you can visit my other Instagram at LaceyWalkerArt. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a magically creative day.